Okay, welcome back everybody. First thing we're going to talk about is the basics of Google Maps. Now, when you go to Google Maps, please remember that you can get to Google Maps from simply going to your menu bar across the top when you are logged into your Google account. If it's not listed right here in the top, you can always click the little arrow to drop it down, and it will be listed in one of these two places. Now, once you get to Google Maps, you can type in an address. So if I were to type in the University of Montana campus, first of all, there's two views on the map. There's the map view that you're seeing here, and then there's also the satellite view. So if I click on satellite, it switches me over to a 2D model. You also have the option in the bottom to turn additional features on. So if you want to see some Wikipedia content and maybe some photos that someone has submitted, you can do so. That actually makes it pretty nice because then you can simply come in here and click on one of the Wikipedia items and you can get some additional information. You can click on a photo. Okay, you'll notice now these photos are photos that are submitted by people that are just out there taking photos. Most of the photos that are accepted in Google through Panoramio, because you can submit your own, have to be landscape pictures. They can't be pictures of people or weddings or events. They usually don't like to put those on there. So when you're in Google Maps, one of the things that works really nicely is the directions piece. So in the upper left-hand corner, when I go to get directions, let's say, for example, that I wanted to go to the university and I wanted to get there from my home. And so when I click on my home and I click on get directions, one of the options that I get right away is I get step-by-step directions on my location that I'm looking for. When you take a look at the map itself, you can zoom in at any time by clicking the plus sign or the minus sign. Additionally, you can grab the little yellow man and place him on your Google map, and this will give you what's referred to as Street View. Once you get into Street View, it will split your screen for you. You have to go ahead and put him on a street. Now I may be zoomed out too much. Let me zoom in just a little bit. One of the options of Street View is it will give you a zoomed in view. When I get zoomed back out of directions, I'll reference that for you. But a couple things that I wanted to share with you is when you are in direction mode, notice that you can get directions for cars, for public transit, for walking trails, and for bicycling trails. And some of these last two are a little bit newer. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can print your map at any time, your directions. And one of the things that's nice about that is, let's say on turn 4, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So if I click on turn 4 right down here, I can actually have a little map print for that specific direction. Additionally, I can come down here and maybe this one doesn't make sense, but I really need a street view for that intersection so I can actually see it. The other piece that you can turn on at any time is you can include the large map right up here at the top if you want a large map included at the top before you get to all your directions. And then you simply print, and you have a very detailed step-by-step direction page to take with you in the car. Now, one of the other things that you can do is if you just want to go to say the University of Montana here, and you click down here on the little man, you can drag him. Say if I drag him down to this street, the blue lines that you were seeing were simply showing up because that's the locations where there are street view. Now you'll notice that on Street View you can pan around, you can click on the arrow and move forward and backwards, and at any time when you're done viewing Street View, you can just click the X in the upper right hand corner to end your Street View option. Those are the basics of Google Maps.